USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show, starring Ian Pelham Turner and Helena CHARD. Brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence, Investors in People. This program is brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence and founder, Mr. Philip Sykes, building confidence, changing lives. Do you share our view that etiquette is a set of modern life skills that are essential for personal and professional success? Join us as an etiquette coach and change people's lives through the power of etiquette and manners.
The last few days have been really amazing. I had a trainer course from the British School of Etiquette.
And I must say it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made and one of the best investments I've made in my own training and development.
Now, words alone will not describe the transformation and the positive path that I have traveled with the British School of Etiquette.
I found I learned a lot from the lessons this time I came.
The last few days with the British School of Etiquette have been fantastic.
And what I've learned now is really beyond my expectations.
This is the most rewarding experience and the best investment I have made this year.
It was just great. I learned so much, and when I go back to Belgium I will incorporate a lot of it into my day-to-day life and business.
It's been absolutely wonderful for the whole week that we were here.
I feel transformed, and I feel like blowing a trumpet and tell people, come and do this school. This class is the best. This is the best school ever.
You should take it. It will change your life immediately.
I am now able to teach other people how to bring the best of them.
Thank you. Thank you, BSc.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to our clients for their testimonials on the Train the Trainer program. Our exponential and global growth is so significant that we've evolved from the British School of Etiquette to the British School of Excellence, where we're investors in people. Let us invest in you and your career. Contact us to become an etiquette coach. Go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Start your career and elevate your success today.
Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome. My name is Ian Pelham Turner.
And my name is Helena CHARD.
And this is the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show on ALB UK Television. Let's roll the titles and let's get on with this amazing show. Well, it's been another
It's so
royal
busy,
week,
hasn't
hasn't it? For
it?
goodness
Everyone
sake.
is so interested in the royals, and I do understand. I mean, gosh, what a series of events. But actually, to begin with, happy St David's Day to everybody. Prince William is in Wales, has got some events planned, so I think it's going to be a nice, sunny, jolly day. And we do love the Welsh. In fact, my mother's Welsh, so I'm a little bit Welsh.
There we go.
So daffodils are all out.
Well, at least he's turned up this time.
Yeah, I know. Well, he normally does. You see, it was such an unusual thing because the royals are very absolutely spot on when going to events, especially when they're pre-planned. But obviously, he was due to turn up to his late godfather's memorial, and that was in Windsor, and he pulled out at fairly last minute, which was really strange. He was supposed to be doing a reading, and as such,
45 minutes apparently before he was due to go.
So it's obviously everybody's thinking, oh, what's happening? And we do know that obviously the optics were slightly wrong with Prince Andrew was leading the royal family into the chapel.
This was it, and I think we have a photograph of Prince Andrew leading the royal family in. Apparently Camilla was just ahead of him to give some
But they obviously caught it in there. I mean, obviously it's a private event, but in a way a public event as well, private public event. So
absolutely,
you know, was that the reason why he was upset? I don't think so. But obviously we had the unfortunate situation.
It's one of these things where William has taken very strong opinions recently, obviously over issues like Gaza, and really almost going beyond the royal methods of not talking about politics, but I think this time he was right on the very cusp of the edge. And then obviously with Andrew as well, you know, I don't think personally anything could have annoyed him more than seeing Andrew leading the royal family into this event.
But also not to forget as well, sadly, Tom Kingston, the wife of his actual godsister, so Lady Gabriella Kingston, and he unfortunately 45 and suddenly dead. I mean, that must be such a shock because it's reality, isn't it? Because they grew up together, they were best friends, and they're of a similar age group, all of them. So to have that, I mean, that's so sad. I mean, he was a much loved royal, although not a working royal, and achieved so much in his life. So all of these things has led to, oh my goodness, what's going on? So. And also it's this, where's Kate? That's the whole thing that's been trending, but it's got quite nasty, you know?
You know, the two of us work for broadcasters across the world, and we're getting inundated all the time with what's happened to Kate, where is Kate, what's wrong with Kate?
I mean, they had to put out a statement, basically, this is Kensington Palace, just to say, look, you know, we said we'd update you, everything's going well.
But the reality was that it was issued about 5 minutes after it was said that William wasn't going to the event. You know, it's like
not quite. I think it happened with X. You know, Twitter went mad, and it's quite abusive, isn't it? And so, all of that happened. But as we know, you know, everybody seems to be doing well. That's the main thing. I think what's happened is people are not sure, and the royal family are giving us something now. They're telling us little bits, and what the typical humans want to know more. So it's a bit naughty. It's like, let's just leave things. Well, they'll be out to play soon.
As I think, you know, the reality is that they've been doing so much promotion now that I think the reality is that TV stations, the world expects more of them even now. So that they are straying into areas, for me personally, that the Queen would never have done, and trying to sort of become, you know, royal media experts as well in what they're doing just may be just too much now. Who knows? But I think the genie is out of the bottle now as far as that is concerned.
I think we're seeing a very modern royal family, a very normal family actually, who are giving their opinions. I know that William, you know, was at the synagogue in Marble Arch, was it yesterday, and he was speaking to an elderly woman, and he made that statement, you know, anti-Semitism has no place in our society. And I think it's like, really, because obviously he was at the synagogue, but he would be saying it about Islamophobia, about racism, about everything. And it's a humanitarian line, isn't it?
Prince Harry.
Prince Harry, yes. So Prince Harry, obviously his security battle. He didn't win his case. He's probably got something like a $1 million bill, possibly, that's coming to him. So his High Court challenge against the Home Office over his automatic right to police protection in the UK. So lots of people have been talking about this. I mean, he will be having, at this moment, he's obviously going to appeal a bespoke service. So every time he wants to come over, it will be reviewed. He will obviously have police protection. It's not such a terrible thing. We are possibly going to be seeing Harry and Meghan because I believe, and the children, if they come and they celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games in the UK. And also, I think, the World Child Awards. So possibly we'll be seeing them.
Donald Trump.
What can I say?
What can we say?
I'd like to think that he was
Bearing
passionate.
in mind we go to America as well.
I know. I'd like to think that Donald Trump was being passionate and had the Queen's heart, you know, in his heart. But I do think that maybe he's felt slighted by them. So he says if he gets in, he will make sure that Harry has to move out of the country. So obviously go to Canada.
And there's this strange story as well about King Charles, who's been seen waving to the crowd, all very well and good, filmed enjoying his get well card from the public. But then came this sort of strange story about he's apparently been allegedly writing up his succession plans.
I don't think it's such an unusual thing. If you think about his age and you think about the furore of everything that's going on, I think it's... I would have thought, actually, this would have been done a while ago, personally. But obviously then it's alarm bells ringing and everyone's talking. But we are seeing him weekly waving and he's obviously out and about and doing things. He did pop in somewhere yesterday, actually, as well. So
not like Biden in his ice cream parlour.
yeah. So the continuity carries on, which is really
anyway,
good.
So George Michael.
Yeah, so I love George Michael, and I had a little tete-a-tete with George Michael, as in that he used to live in Hampstead and I used to work near Hampstead, so sort of bumped into him. But there's a new coin that's coming out and it's been approved by King Charles. He actually approved it, I think, at his privy meeting just before meeting Rishi Sunak. But it's a design that's going to appear on 50p pieces up to £200. So there'll be like a £200 coin. So it's a Music Legends series of collectible coins, and he will be wearing his glasses, those aviator shades. It's that classic Faith look, and I look forward to seeing it. I mean, lots of people have enjoyed Bowie, Elton John, previous things.
Well, we mentioned Bowie as well because the photographs of David Bowie, there's a collection at the Fitzrovia Chapel.
Yeah, Fitzrovia Chapel is beautiful. If anyone wants to go and see it, it's near Tottenham Court Road, absolutely phenomenal. 1840s Gothic, full of gold and bits and pieces. But these photographs are stunning. And the photographer found the pictures during lockdown and decided, hey, let's just have an exhibition. And they were shot in one day by Kevin Davis for one of his album covers. And it's a free exhibition at the Fitzrovia, so everyone should race there. It begins today.
And of course, Freddie Mercury's house is up for sale. So.
Oh, beautiful house, 30 million, but it's absolutely stunning. Kensington. I mean, for me, the garden, that Japanese garden, is just stunning. You know me, I love gardens, but it's tucked away behind this 8-foot fence and on the Cromwell Road, that we know that quite well. Loads of space for parties, and it just is stunning. I mean, it really is. I mean, if I had the money, I'd love it. It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
And not to forget his things, all his goods. Sotheby's sold, 40 million was raised.
Okay, so we've got to keep chasing on to there, unfortunately.
Job of your wildest dreams, possibly?
Yeah, job of the wildest dreams.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. Do we have any super fans in the house? Basically, the V&A, which is a wonderful creative gallery in London, are looking for super fans of different things. At the moment, it's Taylor Swift. And they're employing people that have these fun ideas. They want people that specialise in Crocs and various other things to join the other crew of people. Somebody who's as obsessed with Toby jugs, but it's incredible to take your passion further.
Absolutely. And Kylie?
Kylie, we've got the Brit Awards tomorrow, so everyone has to tune in. So exciting. She's going to be given a huge award. It's the Brit Global Icon Award, which is the biggest award you can get. She also is up for Best International Artist of the Year. I mean, Kylie's been going for what? Over 30 years, 40 years, and we've grown up with her, really. fantastic.
And finally, the bumblebee spotters, which I thought was the most strangest. You know, they say that British can sometimes be eccentric, and now we've got people going through the parks being hired to look to see whether they can find any bees.
Well, no, it makes sense. We need pollinators. We need loads of food. They help us with our food chain, and it's getting warmer. Bumblebees come out. They then don't have any food. They die. And you've got to keep colonies of bees going. So we've got to all take photographs and send them to the royal parks. 8 beautiful royal parks.
Excellent. Right. Well, we're going to take a short break now. Well, whilst we get our breath back after that, a quick stroll through what's been going on in Britain at the moment and the royal family and what's happening to bees as well. And we'll be back shortly again. Stay tuned. Well, welcome back. And now we have the wonderful, the magnificent, the American star of stars, Diann Boehm, a broadcaster, author, and fabulous person.
Hi, Diann.
Hi, you're so kind. Thank you.
Oh, no,
welcome to Texas.
Oh, you're lovely in Texas, and you're so effervescent and bubbly and so amazing in everything you achieve. So thank you for joining us.
Can I just say one thing before we start as well?
Sure.
I saw this wonderful picture of you in a bathing suit. You look very, very good, young lady.
Yeah, that was like in my 20s.
Were you a model?
I have those legs now.
This was a pageant, I think. Was it Miss Texas?
I ran for Miss Texas.
Amazing. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, Diann, you're so amazing in that you always send us articles from the States, all the royal bits and pieces, which we love, and I really thank you for that. And what I find amazing is obviously we are royal experts here, but it's a different stance in America of how things are written. And I just wondered, you know, what's your thoughts at the moment? How is the royal family perceived, or King Charles, or any of the royals really? I wondered if you had any snippets of information, because the last time I think I saw something you sent me, and it almost was saying that King Charles was dead, quite frankly. I was quite shocked. I was like, oh my goodness.
That was a tabloid, yes, that article. I usually don't buy tabloids, but when I see things that I think you would be interested in, I pick it up. But yeah, they practically had crowned Prince William, so I was like, what? But as far as my thoughts, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for my friends that, you know, we kind of follow the royals and have our own thoughts and so forth. And our hearts go out, you know, and think they need some privacy. We know they're not feeling well. We just want them to get better.
What
so
do you
that's
think
kind
about
of where we're at. The king, we wish him well and want him to be, you know, get healthy and my goodness, he waited a long time to wear that crown, so we want him to have, you know, 100 more years.
Absolutely. What do you think of the Harry situation at the moment? How is Harry being seen in the States?
We don't. Harry's not written up that much compared to what y'all do because, you know, we don't really concentrate on titles, kings, queens, princes, and everything. I mean, obviously he's going to be written up if he pays for articles and our, you know, magazines will write them because people will be curious. But mostly people just really love Princess Kate and Princess William. So they just think of Prince Harry as still a bad boy and he messed up his life is kind of how they see it. And we don't really understand, and maybe this isn't the place so you can cut me off, but we don't understand if you come to America and raise your children as Americans, those children are going to have a certain slant on how they study the Revolutionary War and so forth, and we don't have titles. So I'm not sure how they're going to manage to have the children just absolutely love England, love their family, and know that they can't walk around with titles because the kids are going to laugh at them.
Just one more very quick one. I mean, do the Americans think that Harry and Meghan and the children should go back to Britain?
Yes, I would say so.
That's interesting.
Absolutely.
Mainly because we would love to see the family united, and that we want, if Harry and Meghan want to be part of the royal family and have their children really embrace the beauty of the United Kingdom, then they need to be raised there. That's sort of our own personal.
Yeah. So in a way, it's sort of almost like the royal family need to just try and work something out so everyone can get along. Are they sort of? Do you think? I mean, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but are they perceived to be just going through a little bit of a crisis, or do people sort of think, "Oh, come on, just sort it out"?
No, I think that the majority of people think that they won't get back together. But, you know, families have squabbles and we're all humans. And so I personally like to think that they will. But it just, you know, we really don't know the cruelty that might have happened with the words and so forth. And there's an old saying that says that the tongue is sharper than a sword. And if that phrase really holds true, then there's probably a lot of going around in forgiveness that has to happen. Maybe even on both sides, I don't know. But for the most part, I do believe that, you know, people either want Harry to just embrace America and act like an American and get on with life and be kind to his brother, but, you know, pick one side or the other.
Okay. You're also an author as well. How are your books doing at the moment?
I'm very excited where I'm at, and thank you to everyone who purchased my children's books and my young adult historical fiction. So Boomer, the Curious Bunny, has done so well that it's going to become a series now, and he's going to have a new look, and I just turned in 3 more stories for it. You know, you just don't write it overnight. I've been working on it for a while, so hopefully they will come out in May, June, and July.
Wow, excellent. Congratulations. Oh, I love that. You're always, I think myself and Ian possibly will write a book one day. I know you're always so supportive as well, and I would love to do it. But I love the fact that you're such a great storyteller, Diann. I think that's so brilliant. And, you know, at the moment, I know that Queen Camilla, she's been hosting young writers, and it's something that's going to be shown, I think, on the 7th. So we can't talk about it too much, but it's stories 5 to 11-year-olds, and it's the whole idea is to spark creativity within children. And they've had such a lovely time at Buckingham Palace, really exciting. And it's not about winning, it's just enjoying people, and it's just been fabulous. But we'll report on that a bit more. And you always remind me in what you do, because obviously you've been a teacher as well over the years, haven't you? How
That's
you
correct.
Really push with little children to spark that creativity. It's amazing. And that's what your books do.
Thank you so much. And yes, I'm a real believer in putting down the phones and all your technology and going out, and no matter what age you are, go wiggle your toes in the grass and just live in reality and enjoy the beauty of nature around. And we're all storytellers. And it just depends on how much you want to develop it. But every time we tell a friend when someone says, "How was your day?" you're like, blah, 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 you know, so you are a storyteller. And so I think the more we can make kids feel good about telling their stories, that they too will live in the moment, which excellent. I'm such a believer of.
Okay. Finally, because time is against us today again, unfortunately, Diann. How can people get in contact with you?
Sure. The easiest way is my website, DiannFloydBoehm.com, DiannFloydBoehm.com.
Bless you. Well, thank you so much for appearing today again. You are our greatest royal correspondent from America.
You are. You definitely are. Can't wait to have you on again. Thanks, Diann.
Take care.
Thanks for having me. Y'all take care now.
Okay, and welcome back. Now we have Philip Sykes, our wonderful friend, mentor and guide from the British School of Excellence. Philip, good afternoon to you.
A very good afternoon, Helena and Ian. How are you both?
Yep, we're good.
Good. We've just had breaking news, unfortunately, here in the UK. And Tom Kingston, as we heard, 45, he passed away the other day. We have just heard that he had a fatal wound to his head, and a gun was found near his body in an outhouse in Gloucestershire, in his parents' home. So we're quite shocked about that. So obviously sharing that with you, and thinking about Philip, you're always such a good mentor, etc. What would you say to the family to do, how to grieve, to give some help?
Well, firstly, Helena, it's a great question. I really feel that there needs to be respect and personal boundaries, because obviously the press would naturally, because of his background and his status, would obviously get hold of something like this, and it's been reported. It's horribly sad, and heaven forbid that this happens to me, unfortunately it has happened to very close friends of mine, where something like this has happened. And it is all about respecting people's space and offering support. There's no way anyone should ever say, I know what you're going through, because we do not know what they're going through. All we can say is that I'm here for you. I'm here to support you in the best way possible. And if you need an ear to talk to, if you need a shoulder to lean on, crown, then I'm going to be here for you. And we need to absolutely 100% avoid judgment. We can't point fingers. We can't make up stories. We cannot judge around this very, very sensitive scenario.
Thank you, Philip, for that. As I say, that's very understandable. I mean, we were going to talk this afternoon about manners, yes, which was going to be our main topic. Do good manners really create a situation for anybody? So somebody, say, from a humble or working class background, do you think good manners can actually help them escalate them to where they want to be in life?
Without a doubt. And Ian, I'm glad you brought that in and brought it into context in that particular way. Everyone out there, manners and etiquette are for everybody. It doesn't belong with the classes. It belongs everywhere. Manners and etiquette are like the traffic lights in society. They're there so that we don't bang into each other. They're there to stop us banging into each other. And I can only, from the bottom of my heart, say to everybody and anybody out there, if you want to escalate your life, wherever you come from, wherever you are in this world, if you bolt on the power of your etiquette and manners, and when I talk about etiquette and manners, I'm very much focused on emotional intelligence as well, your EQ, your situational awareness, your social skills, your empathy, all of those combined, they really are a correlation. They belong together. And I urge anyone out there to understand how powerful manners and etiquette are. They will excel you to wherever you go. There is a wonderful quote out there by Clarence Thomas, who says, good manners will open doors that the best education cannot.
Excellent.
And Philip, also, do you find that your clients, your overseas clients, want different sorts of qualities at all, if that makes sense?
Yeah, look, it's such a great question. We're literally in the middle of, we're actually at the end of a 5-day intense program called Train the Trainer. I've got 7 powerhouse women from around the world, 3 from America, a lady in Kuwait, a lady in Qatar, a lady in Portugal, and a lady in the United Kingdom. And I have to say, it's people find this subject an area very interesting, and a lot of people, I think, misunderstand etiquette and manners. It's all about social interaction. It's not about classes. It's not a classist thing. This is inclusion, and people are interested in how to connect with each other and have respect for one another's cultures. So going back to your original question, Helena, yes, people from different backgrounds, different cultures want to know, how do we integrate in this society? How do we maintain in this particular area? What are the best ways to put our best foot forward?
And I know, Philip, that you've just opened up in Qatar recently and launched in Qatar. So how is that going?
We are hugely excited, Ian, about the Qatari arm of the British School of Excellence. We've got a team of 5 over there. As you know, we broadcast from there not so long ago. It is starting off incredibly well. We are going to be launching the first course in May, and it's starting focusing on children ranging from the age of 6 to 12, and then we will start to introduce courses for the teenagers. So we're taking baby steps in the Qatari market. It's going to focus on the Qatari locals, as well as a lot of expats who live in Qatar.
Philip, so is there some, I'm just thinking of etiquette-wise in a different country, is there something of interest that we don't know about that the people in the UK would find interesting? A certain...
Oh, many things. It's a great question, Helena. I could bore you to tears down this avenue. Okay, so maybe not bore you, but in Brazil, for example, as a lady, you would never place your handbag on the floor. They truly disrespect that. It's disrespectful. They truly believe your money is going to run away, for example. So in as you know, going into the Arab world, ladies have to be very mindful of dress codes, as men do as well. You wouldn't show the soles of your feet to anyone. You shouldn't do that anyway, but it's very frowned upon. It's very, very, very insulting. For example, if Ian decided to put his feet up on his desk or in a meeting, not that you would, Ian, but that would be a huge
He always does it.
I'd like to be flexible enough to be able to do it anymore, Philip.
Yeah, absolutely. In China, you would never give someone a clock because clock in Chinese has a very strong connotation with death. The Chinese are hugely superstitious about death. You wouldn't give them a red pen, a red ink pen, because they sign the death certificate with red ink. So there are so many things that we need to be mindful of. And for example, the number 4 in China, you would never give anyone a gift of something containing the number 4. Again, it sounds very like death in China. Flowers, certain flowers you would not give to people because that is considered a flower that is associated with death.
Gosh. So finally, Philip, as always, time catches up with us. How can people get in contact with you?
www.thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Email us at hello@thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. We've got WhatsApp numbers on our website. We love a direct approach, direct call, direct message. Please do reach out to us if there's anything we can support you in. The door is open.
Philip, thank you so much. That's very kind of you coming back on again and always giving you expert advice and your wisdom as well. Thank you for today.
Thank you.
Thank you both very much. And again, it's real condolences on tragic news. And I just pray and hope that Thomas's parents and the immediate family can come together and really support one another and just be left to their devices to mourn in peace and just to sort of take on board how tragic this event is.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Well, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Goodness.
Well, so that was such strange news as well. Very sad news.
It is sad, but
to end with. But unfortunately, these things happen in life, and you know, at the moment, the royals seem to be going through all sorts of traumas. But
I think it's life, isn't it? I think sometimes there's tough patches in anyone's
absolutely.
life. But not to forget, it is Happy St David's Day.
Absolutely.
And I think that it's the saint of St Patrick's. I think who says it's the small things that count.
Yep. Okay, anyway, from me, Ian Pelham-Turner.
And from me, Helena Chard.
That was the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show on ALB UK Television. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back again next week. Stay safe.